Okay, good morning, everyone. We looked at different types of questions. Part 3 मा जुन आउने एउटा चाहिँ कम्प्यारिजन गर्ने क्वेसन आउन सक्छ, कमेन्ट पास्ट प्रेजेन्ट र फ्युचरमा है कमेन्ट गर्ने प्लस कम्पेयर गर्न मिल्न पर्ने हुन सक्छ त्यसमा एक्सप्लेन. So can you tell me, यो एकदमै इम्पोर्टेन्ट हो, can you tell me explain भने कस्तो, what kind of question, what do you have to do in those questions, explain गर्ने questions मा. You can chat मा लेख्दा पनि हुन्छ, or you could just answer. Explain गर्ने question मा हामीले के गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ? Elaborate, okay. What else? Expand गर्ने, but how do we expand? Like explain गर्दाखेरि के दिएर चाहिँ हामीले expand अथवा गर्न मिल्छ, elaborate गर्न मिल्छ. खाली elaborate भनेर भएन. You need to know what you need to do. Reasons, opinions, very good. Examples, है? Very good. So you give reasons for something, है? And then agree, disagree भनेको तपाईको आफ्नो opinion हालेर, if you agree, है? तपाईले I agree to a certain extent भन्न पाइयो, or you can say I completely disagree भन्न पायो, है? So these are some questions that may come in part 3 of speaking test. Now, so हामीले यहाँनिर we looked at कस्तो खालको क्वेशन्सहरु आन्सर गर्दाखेरि कम्पेयर गरिरहेछ, कस्तो क्वेशन्सले एक्सप्लेन गरिरहेछ, कस्तोले अग्री डिसअग्री गरिरहेछ भनेर we looked at some examples of that. Then I asked you to draw this chart on your notebooks. Right? So I hope that you have that in front of you because we'll be going through this chart today. As हामीले यो चार्टलाई fill in गर्न थाल्छौं, है? Okay, so now यो चार्ट तपाईहरुको अगाडि राख्नुस्, है? Comparing, talking about the past, talking about the present, speculating. If you haven't drawn this chart on your notebooks, do it now, eh? I give you half a minute. Okay, so could you tell me some phrases, कुनै phrase जुन which you can use for comparing? Chat मा लेख्दा पनि हुन्छ. Compare. Whereas. Okay, whereas. In comparison to. Okay, however. Okay, yeah. Aru. Instead of. Okay. Nevertheless. Okay. Compare गर्नको लागि. So तपाईलाई कुनै पनि question सोध्यो, do you think do you think shopping in supermarkets is better or in the local market भन्ने question सोध्यो भने तपाईहरुले अब यस्तो वर्ड्सहरु युज गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ, compare गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ, है? So in that you could use words like this, ल हेर्नुस्, है? There are many differences between भनेर भन्न पनि पायो. The main difference is भनेर कुन difference हो, के difference हो? You can use whereas, you can use while. So the X is this, while Y is this भन्ने हिसाबले. Whereas Y is भनेर, है? So these are some words that you could use. अर्को comparison गर्ने एकदम राम्रो तरिका चाहिँ comparative structures हरु use गर्ने. Okay, comparative structures in the sense तपाईले कुनै पनि चीजलाई I think that is more precious, I think that is more special. So more भन्ने शब्द, है? Majority भन्ने शब्दले पनि के गरिदिन्छ, त्यसले compare गरिदिन्छ, है? अरु भन्दा सबसे माथि भनेर पनि देखाइदिन्छ. So you have to be able to use comparative structures as well, like less healthy, त्यो भन्दा कम भन्न खोजेको, है? Not as healthy as, not as unhealthy as. The fast food today, right, are not as healthy as we used to, as the fast food we used to find 10 years ago भन्न पाए सो पास्ट र प्रेजेन्टमा पनि कम्प्यारिजन हाल्नको लागि युज दिज वर्ड्स सो तपाईँलाई कुनै क्वेसनमा कम्पेयरिङ जस्तो आयो भने यो वर्ड्सहरूलाई चाहिँ आफ्नो दिमागमा राख्नुहोस् देयर आर सो मेनी वर्ड्स द्याट यु कुड युज हाउएभर आई वुड रेकमेन्ड द्याट यु लुक एट दिज यिनीहरूलाई चाहिँ तपाईँले के गर्नुहोस् अलिकति दिमागमा राख्नुहोस् सो जस्ट राइट है देयर आर मेनी डिफरेन्सेस भनेर यो सबै तपाईँको चार्टभित्र लेख्नुहोस् अहिले यु क्यान राइट द्याट नाउ ओके एन्ड एज वी गो अन एज वी स्पिक यु क्यान राइट है वेट आइ एम जस्ट गोइङ टु सेयर दिस एकचोटि राम्रोसँग है जस्ट 1 सेकेन्ड ओके One second, I'm just fixing something for you guys so it's easy for you to write. Okay. Yeah, so comparing गर्नलाई there are many differences. The main difference is whereas हरू हाल्नु पर्यो है however हरू हाल्नु पर्यो however हरू हाल्दाखेरि चाहिँ धेरै जसो के हुन्छ भने we are trying to counter कुनै पनि एउटा आर्गुमेन्ट दिएर त्यसलाई काउन्टर गर्न खोजेको जस्तो है काउन्टर आर्गुमेन्ट दिएको जस्तो हुन्छ so you may use words like this अनि अलिकति more healthy more special है so more less हरू हालेर पनि कुरा गर्न पाइन्छ it's cheap भन्नुको सट्टामा it's less expensive भन्नु पनि राम्रो देखिन्छ है राम्रो सुनिन्छ so these are some things that you could use for comparing what about talking about the past को बारे केही कुरा भन्न लाउनु भएको छ भने what could you say talking about the past if you're talking about the past about something what could you say once okay last year okay good in the past good है अरु के हुन सक्छ previous okay previous year in the previous year भनेर पनि भन्न पायो one time those days very good right so these are some words you can use for talking about the past now यो तपाईको ग्राफमा लेख्दै जानुस् है चार्टमा in the past right so you can always start past or present को बारेमा कुरा भयो भने you can always start with in the past the way people used to right अथवा the food that people ate was less healthy अथवा less it was not as unhealthy as what we eat today what we eat these days right so in the past अर्को at one time I still remember people used to भनेर pastमा X years ago अथवा 10 years ago 5 years ago right so त्यो पनि राख्न मिल्यो when I was अथवा when my parents were young है अब कुनै त्यस्तै खालको क्वेसन आयो भने you can always say when I was about 11 years old अथवा when my parents were young यस्तो यस्तो भएको थियो भनेर you could always talk about the past now remember to use past tenses यसमा चाहिँ है ed राखेर remember to use past tenses not present मा लेख्न भन्न पाइन्न है in the past people is going भन्न पाइँदैन है in the past people went भनेर भन्नु पर्यो so you have to use the past tense okay now what about talking about the present what could you say present को बारे कुरा गर्दाखेरि what could you say in this time okay nowadays okay good currently in the meantime okay meantime भनेको त्यही टाइममै अरु कुनै टाइम केही चीज भइराछ भने these days at present very good right now okay good at the moment good all right so let's see nowadays is very nice यो पनि राम्रो छ nowadays past को in the past यस्तो थियो nowadays यस्तो भनेर भन्न पाए these days है currently अथवा presently you could always say that as well all right at the moment, right? Okay. Now remember to use present tenses in this. Don't say nowadays people went to the mall to buy clothes. No, nowadays people go to the mall. So you'll have to use the present tenses. Now look, तपाईहरुसँग 3-4 वटा 4-5 वटा question आउने हो. You don't need to remember many of, है के छ भन्नको लागि त there are so many. I'm just giving you some good ones that you could use. Okay, when you're speaking about the past and the present. So always remember, do you think how do you think people have changed their reading habit compared to the past? In the past, people used to read books and buy a lot of books, but nowadays, past or present question I'm going to try and use these words. I'm going to try and use these phrases. Okay. Now, what about speculating? Speculating. To speculate. कुनै पनि चीज हुन पनि सक्छ नहुन पनि सक्छ भन्दाखेरि तपाईले कस्तो खालको वर्ड्सहरु युज गर्न मिल्छ? Speculate. Might be very good. Yes, it seems okay. Probably पनि मिल्छ. In my opinion, अलि मिलेन है. In my opinion भनेको तपाईको opinion introduce गर्ने हो तपाईको है. Could be, okay, yeah, possibly, maybe, very good. So all these words help you to speculate. हुन पनि सक्छ पछि गएर future को कुरा. Okay? So here are some words for you. I think in the future, future को बारे कुरा छ. I think in the future को बारे will, something will or won't happen. It will भनेपछि future मा आयो. Will definitely, अब यो चाहिँ के हो? हुन्छ नै भनेपछि will definitely or definitely won't. It won't happen भनेको sure हुँदैन. तपाईको विचारमा sure हुँदैन नि. Sorry. Will probably भनेको likely. हुन सक्ने चान्सेस बेसी छ. Probably भनेको तर नहुन पनि सक्छ. चान्सेस चाहिँ बेसी छ. अथवा probably won't. I doubt that. I doubt that this will happen. I doubt छ त्यसमा. Not sure if it's going to happen. You're speculating. Might not, अथवा might not. Okay, you could use that. May or may not. Okay, could पनि मिल्यो. So these are some words for speculating. Right? When we look at some questions in part 3, if you guys will come for mock test here at StudyPath, that's when we will be talking about this. जब mock test गर्दा गर्दै पनि I'll be helping you out with these things as well. Right? Okay. Then, giving reasons. Can you give me some phrases to give reasons? Reasons dinalai. Because, due to, very good. It is because, okay. As a result, okay, maybe as a result देखो भनेपछि त्यसको reasoning हुन सक्छ यो आको के भन्न सक्छ but as a result चाहिँ हामीले main result मा use गर्छौं है. That's why, okay, good. In order to, okay. All right, so I'll give you some. The main reasons for this is, or the main reason for this is, the main reasons for this are, reasons छ भने, so त्यसको reason दिरा, the main reason is this भनेर. I think it's because, do you think people the reading habits of people will change in the future? I think in the future, the reading habits of people will definitely change. Right? I think it's because the main reason for this is, so it's like we are speculating future man, you're giving reasons as well. Okay? I think there are several reasons for this. So I think there are several reasons for this. Firstly, several reasons. Firstly, your reason, secondly, other reasons. So that way you can, यदि दुई तीनवटा रिजन छ भने जस्तो लाग्छ भने चाहिँ तपाईहरुलाई यसमा चाहिँ why क्वेशन्सहरुमा you use this के it's very easy. Why do you think भन्ने क्वेशनहरु आयो भने you can always use this. Okay. Now, agreeing, if you agree to something, what could you do? What could you say? Agree to something. Indeed. Okay. Yeah, indeed. I consent to. Okay. I go by the thought that, I go by, absolutely, yes. I accept. I support this. Very good. I agree. Simple as that. I agree. I comply with. Very good. So for agree, you can always say, that's true. See they. I completely agree. I agree to a certain extent. Absolutely. So you can use these words if they're asking you whether you agree or not. Do you agree that? Absolutely. I feel that and reason why you think that. There are many reasons why I say this. Firstly, reasons. What about disagreeing? Disagreeing. I deny. Okay. Yes, you may use why not. Yes, why not? I don't believe. Yes, I don't think so. Okay, good. I don't agree. Good. On the contrary. On the contrary, भनेको चाहिँ अलिकति comparing तिर गए. You're comparing something. On the contrary. I don't believe. Good. That's not possible. Okay. Kind of. I reject. Okay. So here are some words for you. It's simple. Don't make it too complicated. I'm not sure I entirely agree. So म sure छैन कि म full agree चाहिँ यसमा गर्दिन है भनेर भन्न, so I disagree भन्न खोजिरा. And directly, simply, I disagree अथवा I don't agree भन्न पाए. Okay? So there are other words as well. You don't need to worry about each and every. You won't be disagreeing to many things. So एउटा दुईटा लिएर गए, it's perfectly fine for you guys. What about introducing opinions? तपाईको opinion लाई अगाडि introduce गर्ने चाहिँ, what do you think? I believe, I think, I suppose. Good. I prefer, in my opinion. Very good. Right? So I really think. भनेको नि तपाईको आफ्नो opinion अगाडि बढाएर हो. Okay. I really believe अथवा I believe मात्र पनि हुन्छ. I suppose. In my opinion, अब यो त simple भइहाल्यो, सबसे simple वाला is in my opinion, in my view, from my perspective पनि मिल्छ है, from my perspective. Okay? Yeah. So these are the different phrases that you could use when answering part 3 questions. Okay? Now you have to use them. While speaking, you have to use them. If you don't use them, then you won't have practice in using them. So you will have to try and use them while speaking with anyone. Okay? I try to use a lot of these. I use it gonna try also, but it doesn't mean that I always use it. I know how to use it. It should come out naturally as well. Whenever some topic naturally पनि यस्तो वर्ड्सहरु आउन सक्नुपर्छ तपाईहरुले. Okay, so do we have any questions so far in part 3? Part 3 ma kai questions are cha, because if I want you to answer some part 3 questions. So now once you have this chart in front of you, you could always your chart you could always try answering questions in part 3. So, do we have any questions? So the alnos aile. Sorry. Okay, so it seems like no one has any questions. So now, okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, let me get this question out for you. Sorry. Okay, sorry, मेरो mic off थियो है. So part 3 को questions I'm going to show you some. I want you to answer the questions that I ask you. This is a small exercise to identify. Right? So speaking section part 3 ma, I want you to identify what kind of question is in front of you भनेर है त. हामीले के गर्नुपर्छ यो क्वेशनमा भनेर तपाईहरुले आइडेन्टिफाई गर्नुपर्छ. So first one, number 1. Tell me about the types of food that people eat in your country. What do you do in this? पाँचवटा चीज सामसँग compare, comment, explain, agree, disagree, or speculate. What do you think we need to do in this? Tell me about the types of food that people eat in your country.
Talking about present.
Okay, present मा पनि okay, maybe you have to talk about the present, त्यो त भइहाल्यो. तर people अहिले के खान्छन् भन्ने कुरा, कस्तो खालको फुडहरु खान्छन् भन्ने कुरा, you'll have to explain to them.
Mainly
Okay?
we need to explain.
Maybe you can justify giving examples. है, यसमा opinion भन्दा पनि exampleहरु दिने, यस्तो यस्तो खानाहरु खान्छ भनेर है. What about the second one? How are the eating habits now in your country different from eating habits in the past?
Well, I compare
Comparison.
Comparison मात्र हो र अरुको के पनि हुन्छ?
an opinion.
Talking about past.
Yes, so you'll have to comment on the past and the present with comparisons, ain't it? Okay. So you might have say in the past people used to eat only staple food of Nepal, which was rice, which is rice, dal, rice, lentils, pulses, and vegetables. Whereas people nowadays, compare plus I'm bringing it to the present as well. So I'm commenting also. So whereas people nowadays eat a lot of junk food, answer गर्न मिल्यो. Next, third one. How healthy is your country's food?
Giving reason.
Yeah, you have to give reasons for it, maybe examples. So this is explaining. Okay, then number 4.
Reason गर्न मिल्दैन सर.
हजुर?
How healthy is your country's food मा?
Yeah.
हामीले पहिलाको र अहिलेकोलाई कम्पेयर गर्नु पनि मिल्छ नि सर.
Milsa, why not? Why do you think different cultures have different table manners?
Giving reasons.
यसमा रिजन चाहिँ दिनु पर्दा ठिक हुन्छ है. Different table manners हुने कारण के हो? I think there are several reasons why different countries have different manners, table manners. Firstly, I think it has a lot to do with the type of food. Some countries like Nepal and India, people prefer eating with their hands because our main staple food is rice, I know, and it's tastier or it's better eating with hands. However, countries like China and Japan have different kinds of food that would better suit using chopsticks. भन्ने हिसाबले टेबल म्यानर्सको कुराहरू आउँछ है। त्यसपछि कुनै कल्चरले चाहिँ टेबल म्यानर्समा के हुन्छ, नबोल्दा बोल्दा बोल्दै खाँदा खाँदै नबोल्ने यस्तो कुराहरू। सो यु क्यान अलवेज गिभ है, यु क्यान गिभ comparisons with reasons है, reasons पनि छ। How may eating habits change in coming decades? यसमा के गर्नुपर्छ?
Opinion.
Okay, opinion त दिनु परिहाल्यो, तर त्यसमा के गर्नुपर्छ हामीले? Speculation है, we have to speculate. फ्युचरमा यस्तो हुन सक्छ, probably यस्तो हुन्छ, likely to happen, this is likely to happen, that is likely to happen है भन्ने कुराहरू आउँछ, speculating. Okay, now let's go to the next one, second one. Education. So these are types of questions that may come in writing as part 3 of the speaking test. Eh? How are education priorities today different from those in the past? Isma ke garne ho? Comparison, and you're commenting on the past and present. Okay, good. So यस्तो खालको क्वेसन अगाडि आउने बित्तिकै you'll have to त्यो चार्ट याद गर्नुपर्छ तपाईले। I have to compare, I have to comment भन्ने कुराहरू। comment गर्न यस्तो वर्ड्स युज गर्ने, कम्पेयरहरू गर्दा I have these words with me भनेर सोच्नु पर्यो। Second, what is your opinion on the way languages are taught in schools? So what do you do in this? Hello? Yeah. Okay.
Opinion.
What is your opinion? So you have to introduce your opinion, Esma? हाम्रो opinion के हो भनेर introduce गर्नु पर्यो। So I believe that, I really believe that, हैन भनेर जान पाए। What is your opinion भनेर चाहिँ I really believe that the way languages are taught in schools, especially in Nepal, is not the right way to do it. We do not have qualified, well-qualified teachers in that sector. भन्ने हिसाबले अब तपाईले त्यसमा तपाईको reason दिनु पर्यो है। The reason I don't believe it's a good way of teaching भनेर, so you have to give your reasons as well. How can the type of school you go to affect career success? यसमा के गर्नुपर्छ?
Opinion with reason.
Opinion with reason. Very good. Then last, what changes do you think will happen in the classroom in the near future?
Compare गर्ने यसमा।
Okay, compare with what? Present future?
I think yes, sir.
Any speculate saying? In the near future, Banasanta.
That is under speculation.
Yeah, so you can speculate. You can always say probably all schools will close down and there won't be any classrooms, right? Because people are finding it more easy or more convenient to stay at home and educate their children online. I doubt that, you can, if you doubt something, you can always say that. Speculations, probably is the words that are used. Bolna saknu paryo. Ab त्यो बोल्न सक्नको लागि चाहिँ it's not भनौं न अहिले सोच्दाखेरि चाहिँ yes, okay, this is fun भने जस्तो लाग्छ, तर रियल बोल्दाखेरि चाहिँ that won't be the case sometimes. What I want you to do now is तपाईहरुको अगाडि त्यो चार्ट राख्नुस् है, the chart that we drew है, त्यो बनाएको chart, and answer this question. Your first one, number 1. Answer गर्नुस्, writing है, लेखेर answer try गर्नुस् त. And then 4 number को है, यसमा तपाईले के गर्नुपर्छ आफै बुझ्ने अनि आन्सर गर्ने. So कुन वर्ड्सहरु युज गर्छु भनेर आफै बुझ्ने है. So try writing that now. Question number 4 गर्नुस् है. Question number 4 1 गर्दा पनि हुन्छ, but question number 4 is the main one है. तपाईहरुले आन्सर गर्नु पर्यो आफ्नो नोटबुकमा लेखेर. Number 4 आन्सर गर्नुस्. Okay, good try, Mira. Good try. तर you have to, is water problem a problem in your country भनेपछि तपाईहरु अग्री गर्नु पर्यो या डिसएग्री गर्नु पर्यो नि त पहिला त्यसमा है. तपाईहरुले भन्नु पर्यो I don't believe that water pollution is a problem in my country. अथवा yes, absolutely, water pollution is a problem in my country. Now the reason I say this is because अब त्यसको this is because किन त भनेर भन्नु पर्यो तपाईहरुले है. Number 1 को. But right now अहिलेलाई number 4 आन्सर गर्न ट्राई गर्नुस् आफ्नो नोटबुक्समा. Okay, number 4 को कसैले के आन्सर शेयर गर्नु छ भने प्लिज शेयर है. If you have anything to share in number 4, please go ahead and share.
Sir, I will try, okay?
Sure.
Yes, I believe problems with the cleanness of water will improve in future because people are nowadays being more conscious about the cleanliness and water sanitation.
Okay, good. तर छोटो भयो है. अझ अलिकति दिन किन चाहिँ तपाईलाई लाग्छ खाली त्यतिले मात्र हुन्छ, अरु पनि केही हुन सक्छ होला नि त है. त्यो हिसाबले चाहिँ अलिकति थप्नु पर्छ. Good try, but good try. Yes, Raj, you can use uncertain, unpredictable. Yes. So if I had to answer this, I would say something like, I doubt that the problems with the cleanliness of water will improve in the near future. भनेर सुरु गर्थे होला probably. I doubt that भनेर. Efforts, I say this because I feel that efforts have not been made, right? Regardless of अथवा in spite of the constant in spite of I feel that efforts have not been made in spite of the constant warnings from World Health Organization about the sanitation of water. Who has no efforts have not been made by the relevant organizations or the relevant state departments to increase or to improve the cleanliness of water. भन्ने हिसाबले जान्थे होला, पहिला त्यो भन्थे होला है. Another factor भनेर, another element important in this is भनेर अर्को कुरा के त भन्दा people are not educated, right? So cleanliness of water को बारे, so यो problems हरु चाहिँ खासै जादैन जस्तो लाग्छ पनि भन्न पाए. Or if you say you want to agree, you can always say, yes, I believe that cleanliness of water will improve in the future because there have been a lot of efforts. भनेर पनि जान पाए. However, भनेर पनि जान पाए, yes, you can say it will improve. However, जबसम्म अरूहरूले गर्दैन, जबसम्म सबैजना हामी गर्न खोज्दैन, हुँदैन भन्ने भन्न पाए. So there are so many ways of doing this, eh? So many ways of doing this. I'm just giving you some examples of how you could do this. Good, Kiran, very good. है रिजन पनि दिइरहेछ, आफ्नो introduce पनि गरिदिइरहेछ आफ्नो opinion. Very good. Okay, now I want you all to answer question number 3. Influence of television मा question number 3. यसमा के गर्नुपर्छ, you should know, and then कसरी. Question number 3 गरौँ है. Question number 3. Why do people like watching television? ला आन्सर गर्नुहोस् है. Okay, good one, Jagannath. राम्रो छ है. Why do people like watching television मा है तपाईले राम्रो लेख्नु भएको छ. बट अझै यसलाई अझै अलिकति अझै उ बनाउँ न है, अलिकति कोहेरेन्ट्सहरु हालेर बनाउन मिल्छ नि यसमा. वाइ भन्ने बित्तिकै कतिवटा रिजन आउँछ, धेरैवटा आउँछन्. सो त्यसलाई तपाईले कसरी कोहेरेन्समा मिलाउन सक्नुहुन्छ त्यो पनि याद गर्नुस् है. Okay, good try. तर अलिकति यसलाई कोहेरेन्ट बनाऊ है अलिकति है. Why do people like watching television? I think people like television, watching television for several reasons. Firstly, भनेर के त there is this entertainment factor which comes with a television भनेर जानु पर्यो है, where people can watch different channels that entertain you in terms of dancing, singing, whatever. Secondly, it's a good source of news right? It's a good source of information for people who like watching news. को कुरा आयो. And finally, भनेर it's also okay. It also it also helps to decrease the burden of parents, right? Because children are busy watching cartoons. भनेर. So why do the people like watching television? भनेर यस्तो यस्तो कुराहरू गर्न पाए. सो यसमा हामीले के गर्यौँ रिजन्सहरू छ है देयर आर सेभरल रिजन्स भन्ने वाइ भन्यो नि त आन्सर क्वेसन है एन्ड देन यु क्यान आन्सर विथ फर्स्टली सेकेन्डलीहरू हालेर पनि आन्सर गर्न पाए भेरी गुड नाउ नम्बर 4 को आन्सर गर्नुहोस् त
सर त्यो एकचोटि मैले लेखेको एकचोटि पढिदिनु हुन्छ कि एकचोटि हेरिदिनु न कतै इरर छ कि
मिलेको छ राज राम्रो छ है इट्स भेरी गुड यु आर सपोज टु डु इट दिस वे यु गिभिङ ओपिनियन्स आफ्नो ओपिनियन हालिदिइरहनु भएको छ है युजिङ कोहेरेन्स सबै छ फाइन भेरी गुड ओके सो प्राइभेट और स्टेट टेलिभिजन भनेको स्टेट टेलिभिजन भनेको ओन्ड बाई द स्टेट है सो समथिङ लाइक नर्थ कोरियामा खालि स्टेट टेलिभिजन मात्र हुन्छ है दे डु नट गिभ प्राइभेट टेलिभिजन अब प्राइभेट टेलिभिजन भनेको च्यानल्स लाइक कलर्सदेखि लिएर सबै प्राइभेट टेलिभिजन हो त्यो चाहिँ स्टेटले रन नगरेको आफैले प्राइभेट कम्पनीजहरूले रन गरेको है सो च्यानल्सको कुरा है यहाँ स्टेट और प्राइभेट टेलिभिजन भनेको च्यानल्सको कुरा जस्तै नेपाल च्यानल तपाईँहरूलाई स्टेट ओन्ड हो गभर्मेन्टको च्यानल है So do you think that is good or भनेर पाइन्छ राज बट ट्राई टु अभोइड इट किन त्यो एउटा उसमा ल्याउनु होइन आई थिङ्क मोस्ट पिपल अग्री द्याट भनौँ न बरु ओके गुड ट्राई निरा तर त्यसलाई अझै लम्बाउनुपर्छ बढाउनुपर्छ है त्यति मात्र बोलेर पुग्दैन है युल हेभ टु स्पिक मोर भन्नु पर्यो नि स्टेट टेलिभिजन हेल्प्स टु के broadcast the issues of the nation whereas compare गर्नु पर्यो नि त्यसमा त whereas private television is more to commercial and only है are worried only about the TPR, TRPs and all that भन्ने कुराहरू comparison दिनु पर्यो यसमा
सर यस्तो कम्पेरिजनमा आफ्नो ओपिनियनहरु माथि दिइसकेपछि अनि लास्टमा ओपिनियनहरु 2-4 वटा दिइसकेपछि चाहिँ क्लोज गर्न मिल्छ लाइक के भने कन्सिडरिङ द अबव कम्पेरिजन मैले चाहिँ आई थिंक प्राइभेट टेलिभिजन इज बेटर अर स्टेट टेलिभिजन इज बेटर भनेर लास्ट
मजाले yes you can do that. I mean that's how you're supposed to do it actually. पछाडी लास्टमा एउटा conclusive sentence दिएर पनि it's very good, right? That's how you do it. Okay, good try है good try. मैले यहाँ कतिको आन्सरहरु देखिरहेको छु. Good try, राम्रो छ. मेन कुरा ओपिनियन दिन सक्नु पर्यो है. हाम्रो त्यो आउँदैन के दिमागमा. हामीलाई के क्वेशन सोध्यो भने जेमा पनि आई थिंक भन्ने हुन्छ. बरु इन माई ओपिनियन भन्न सक्नु पर्यो. यस्तो वर्ड्सहरुले चाहिँ के गर्दिन्छ राम्रो तपाईहरुको स्पीकिङलाई फ्लुएन्ट देखाउँछ अलिकति है राम्रो देखाउँछ भनौं न. Right? So those are those words मैले जुन तपाईहरुलाई त्यो चार्टमा बनाउनु भनेको थिए use them, make sure that you use them. Okay, so do we have any questions? That is part 3. हेर्ने हो भने सिधै हेर्ने हो भने न तपाईलाई पार्ट 3 को
सर मलाई एउटा क्वेशन सोध्न मन लाग्छ जस्तो अघि अहिले हामीले एक दुईवटा क्वेशन सल्भ गर्यौं नि हैन जस्तो अरु क्वेशनहरु स्पिकिङ पार्टमा हामीले दिने तरिका सब एउटै तरिकाले दिने हो सर हामीले
यही नै तपाईलाई क्वेशन आउने नै त्यसमा स्पिकिङमा चाहिँ कम्पेयर कमेन्ट एक्सप्लेन अग्री डिसएग्री और स्पेकुलेट यही 5 वटा बाट आउने हो नि त क्वेशनहरु सो तपाईले यसरी नै आन्सर दिनु पर्ने भयो तपाईहरुले त्यसमा इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्ने आफ्नो ओपिनियन हुन्छ नि तपाईको सबै हेर्नुस् त अहिले हेर्दै जानुस् यो सबै पार्ट 3 को क्वेशनहरु हो हामीले गरेर सबैमा हेर्न जानुस् तपाईले नि सो व्हाट टाइप अफ लिजर एक्टिभिटीज आर पपुलर इन योर कन्ट्री यसमा के गर्नुपर्छ तपाईहरुले What do you need to do? Explain. Why is it important for people to have time for leisure activities? के दिनु पर्यो?
यसलाई अब रिजन दिनु पर्यो.
Reason दियो, explain दिने हो. Why are some activities more popular than others?
रिजन दिने अनि एक्जाम्पल दिने
compare गर्ने. Yes. What I know तल how have shopping habits changed over recent years?
यसमा चाहिँ कम्पेयर गर्ने हो सर पास्ट र
अहिले comment पनि गर्ने past र present को है ओके डु यु
थिंक सुन्नु न अब जस्तै इज र डु आयो नि जस्तै अहिले एउटा माथि हाम्रो फर्स्ट नम्बरको क्वेशन छ नि हैन इज शपिङ इज अ पपुलर एक्टिभिटीज इन योर कन्ट्री भनेको छ नि यो चाहिँ कस्तो खालको रिजन दिने भन्दा कस्तो अल्मलिन्छ जस्तो सर मलाई त कस्तो कस्तो लाग्छ कि इज डु भयो
एक्टिभिटी इन योर कन्ट्री भन्नेबित्तिकै तपाईले पहिला आफ्नो ओपिनियन दिने यस डेफिनेटली एब्सोल्युटली भन्नु सक्नु पर्यो पहिला ओपिनियन दिन सक्नु पर्यो ओके अनि त्यो ओपिनियन do भन्यो भने do you think shopping habits are likely to change in the future yes I believe that yes भन्न पाए do भने पनि है तर I believe that त्यसपछि I doubt that भने त्यसपछि अनि त्यो आफ्नो ओपिनियन त तपाईले धेरै जसोमा हाल्नै पर्यो इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्ने ओपिनियन तर त्यसपछि चाहिँ स्पेकुलेट गर्नुपर्ने भयो नि त है त्यसरी गर्ने हो सो पार्ट 3 मा सबै क्वेशनहरु यही अनुसारै आउँछ यही अन्तर्गत आउँछ भनौं न
5 वटा क्वेशन हुन्छ हो सर पार्ट 3 मा
यस
टाइम कति हुन्छ सर हाम्रो लागि
4 to 5 मिनेट्स चाहिँ हो जति थोरै आन्सर दिनुभयो त्यति धेरै क्वेशन आउँछ
ओके भनेपछि इलाबोरेट गर्न सक्यो भने बेटर
इलाबोरेट गर्न सक्यो भने अब तपाईले 6-7 सेन्टेन्स भन्नु भयो भने मेबी तपाईको टाइम पनि आरामसँग जान्छ तपाईलाई 4-5 वटा क्वेशन सोधेर छोड्दिन्छ
ओके
प्लस इलाबोरेट गर्दाखेरि मेक श्योर दैट यु आर युजिङ दिस वर्ड्स किनन रेन्ज बल्ल पुग्छ तपाईले बोल्ने रेन्ज पुराउनु पर्यो नि त इन टर्म्स अफ कोहेजन इन टर्म्स अफ कोहेरेन्स यु हैव टु शो रेन्ज त्यो देखाएपछि मात्र उले के भन्छ म 5 मिनेट सोध्दिन यो मान्छेले 4 मिनेट सोध्छु भन्न पनि सक्छ के भनेपछि रेन्ज पुग्यो यो मान्छेको स्पिकिङको रेन्ज राम्रै रहेछ सो आई डोन्ट नीड टु आस्क दिस पर्सन मेनी क्वेशन्स भन्ने पनि हुन्छ
सर कहिलेकाहीँ फ्लोमा अलिकति ग्रामेटिकल इरर त हुन्छ होला, त्यसलाई कसरी कन्सिडर गर्छ सर?
इट डजन्ट म्याटर, त्यस्तो अलिअलि फ्लोमा अलिअलि कुनै कुनै ग्रामर मिस्टेक स्लिप्स भन्छ त्यस्तोलाई है। सो त्यस्तोलाई खासै फरक पर्दैन, तर ग्रामर पनि सकेसम्म राम्रो त गर्नु परिहाल्यो। Okay, any other questions? Takes a good question, Sir Sai. Okay, it's time for me to leave. I'll see you tomorrow because the other class students पनि यहाँ join भइरहेको जस्तो लाग्यो. So I'll see you all tomorrow, okay?